Okay, where are we, Hilary?
Well, it's May.
May the 2023.
24th, and all the sunflowers are growing and growing, and it feels like, yeah, it really will be a solar celebration now, because we've got the solar panels coming in June. But this is a bit of a mammoth task of looking after all these sunflowers ready for this sun celebration. We tried to sow early in like March, April, Easter time. Organically under glass and all around the community. These are actually plugs from organically that came really small, but they've been doing so well in this area. So everyone's sunflowers are at this stage where it's sunny, it's warm, there's been rain, and they're all really sprouting up, but like they're just so dry in tiny pots. So it was really urgent to get the compost. And you never know, they might flower. They're really doing well, some of them. But
what do you mean they might flower?
Well, they will flower, but whether they flower in July the 15th, which is still beautiful.
They are really beautiful.
Yeah. I think, because everything was, it's technological and infrastructure, and also even though the argument is it should be solar and renewable energy should be for everyone, the reality is at the moment we're struggling with the way, just the system of property ownership and everything. Whereas sunflowers, everyone can get involved if they want to, and it's a way of celebrating all those connections that we've been building and building new ones that will hopefully be able to tap into all the renewable energy stuff that's also growing in the background. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself.
What about where they came today?
Oh, compost, not 30 tonnes, I think 13 tonnes. Big pile of compost, basically. So that's been me doing a couple of loads, working out how much we can load to each site, because there's sunflowers in lots of different places, so that's a big logistic thing. But once that's done and all the pots are here, that feels good. There's watering, but it feels like that's a big step in making sure the sunflowers are all right.
If we'd opened that gate there, we would have had to drag all the compost all the way down there. So instead we had to climb a fence because we didn't have the key to get through, and then climb over and dump compost over that huge wall. You two are properly committed. So what's the matter exactly?
I don't know. I think I'm just tired. I've been literally lugging tons of compost.
Two people on 2 bins, no? Do we need to move sunflowers out of the way? I wonder if we need a step ladder.
Would you like a nut?
Question is, can I do it in a more dignified way than you went?
No. Oh, down one's a metal. Metal.
Good idea, yeah.
Hey Hill, can you just film your point of view from up the top, looking down?
Can you see? It will be beautiful for they're all tiny children, and they'll be walking through a field of sunflowers in here. Yes.
Goodbye, Hilary. Best of luck.
We've met some more people in the Grange. Hopefully there'll be more people coming on Saturday to this picnic and planting session where we're trying to plant sunflowers all around the Grange, so that when you walk down this street there's sunflowers here and there and everywhere, and then on the day the sunflowers will take over the actual parking spaces too. That's going to be a challenge.
And we wanted to plant some along.
Are you planting sunflower?
Sunflowers now, yeah.
Between this, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some real massive chunks of rubble.
Give me my thing. Lydia, come to me. I'm trying to break it up. No, I'm doing it. Put it down. get some soil. Now you're finished your plants.
I've got about 4 of them in my garden, and they're about 5 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet tall. South-facing garden, so they grow very well, and can't wait to bring them over and start potting them here.
Loads of children came, loads of parents came and helped, and we're really keen to plant things.
Sun, I like the sun and I like flowers, and if you combine sun with flowers, it will become a sunflower, and it's yellow, and I like that colour. I'm Faris. I'm Maria. I live there and he lives in Wood Street. Yeah. He came to help. For me, it was relaxing and I liked it.
But this is a bit of a mammoth task of looking after all these sunflowers ready for this sun celebration.
So it's mainly you that's doing all this, isn't it? I've been like spreadsheets.
Out of the
I've been in charge of spreadsheets, haven't I? And marketing, digital.
Well, because we've got that campaign for the
bank.
house.
I mean, not the bank. Oh my God, I must have.
And it's not a house either. The power house, the
power
station HQ.
So what?
Oh yes. So
just tell your story again.
Well, just come back from watering sunflowers.
Yes.
And now and there are many people on the street I've got to distribute pots to, but I'm not going to do it all today because I'm very exhausted. But then we're going to do a photo outside the doors to like show the community rallying around, although the community haven't rallied around for this particular moment. But there's viewings.
Oh, look, Meg's coming.
Oh, cool. There are viewings. So the estate
agent.
agent.
Gather? I think we should. Yeah. We didn't set this up on purpose, but.
Were they viewing?
Yeah, they were just viewing.
No, the estate agent got back because I said, look, this is where we are with the campaign. You know, we do think we can get there. You know, then either we'll try and get mortgages or this will raise the money faster this way. I understand that you're also speaking to the owner directly. He has mentioned that he would be interested in proceeding subject to you raising the money required. He would like to keep the property available for viewing in the meantime. Let's stay in touch and best of luck.
Okay, let's go. What do you think of the idea of turning it into a sort of community art centre and power station headquarters?
Well, I think it's absolutely magnificent idea, and it'll get community together. I love to see that. I wish you can get this place, and we all community can get together and we benefit from.
The story about it is.
Oh, well,
that's cool.
Are you just filming?
Oh yeah, well, I don't know if you know about this, but we're Spike's neighbours. We're trying to buy the place. We've launched a community share offer for it. As I'm talking now, we're at 105,000 plus.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
going up like every
day. But it needs to go up like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
We're looking into every available option to mortgage ourselves into the hilt, but we're probably not. The reality is we probably can't get any mortgage coming.
No, so we just have to think more about bigger investors and getting the story out there.
But yeah, today I spoke to someone at, what's it called, Reuters.
Oh yeah.
So that they want to come and film everything in June, early June.
What, the installation?
Installation. First day of installation they'd like to come and film. Tom, do you want me to introduce you to everyone, or is it just is that a step too far maybe?
Up to you. I mean,
okay. Well, this is Tom.
Up to everyone there.
Yeah. This is Tom from Octopus. This is Nick.
Hello.
Meg. Hi. Sharon.
Hi. Hi, Meg.
That's
Hi, Sharon.
Ejaz there.
Ejaz.
You remember Hillary?
Hi. I do. Yeah. Hi, Hillary. How you doing?
And Leonie. You can't see her right now, but I think maybe you met her the other day. She was filming probably the other day, and she's filming again now over there, just so that we're just adding one more layer of recordings. So Tom has basically looked at, I think you looked at all of the surveys that we had initially done by Michael in November, and with your team in Octopus, you guys selected 19 houses to proceed with.
On those streets, although a couple of other solar installers have said that they'd be fine putting the panels on those roofs, we didn't feel like we could design something that we'd be 100% sure it would be safe for the 20 years that those panels would be up there. I mean, I think we spoke about this as well, Dan and Hillary, that you know better than anyone what it's like to live on a roof because you were up there, so you know what it's like to be a solar panel essentially, and it does get windy and stormy up there, and even if they move, even if you get a storm every once every 5 years that kind of nudges them a little bit. They do shift around a bit up behind it. So that's why it kind of then limited the houses that have pitched roofs. But yeah, the goal is 5th of June to start, installing.
Woohoo! Sounds great. It's like knowing what to film. Like there's so much happening. What do we focus on? Who do we focus on?
Well, I think people getting the solar panels.
I went in
team,
yesterday
but
and I filmed
people.
Sharon and Glenn in their house. It was just so beautiful. Just chatting to them about life. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, that's what you need to focus on. I focus on like the actual, just physical, putting it up and details that are great to cut in.
Right.
But that's just forget about everything else and be the filmmaker.
Be the filmmaker. Are you happy to see it happening? Did you think it would come off, or were you a bit worried?
I was a bit worried, to be honest with you. But once the scaffolding was done, and I felt a little bit comfortable. But today, I'm fully comfortable because the guys are professional. They know what they're doing. Early stages, I thought, I wonder if this is going to happen, that's going to happen. How is it going to work? Is it going to do my roofing? My roof is going to collapse and all that? Looking at these guys, what they're doing, I just can't wait until we start.
So how many have we got so far, Tom, today?
That's 5.
5?
Yes.
Out of basically 6 so far, is it just Nora now that we're waiting for?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so 5 internal and on the roof, which is great, so they can crack on.
That's really good, isn't it?
It's generating electricity right now.
Brilliant.
Right now. So you're producing electricity straight away now. Now it's all plugged in. It's amazing, really, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my favourite kind of filming.
Is it like? So, yeah, we've forgotten to film that much this week, but what's happened?
So everything went pear-shaped. Well, no, not everything went pear-shaped, but I'm feeling particularly kind of bad today. But yeah, the owner of the building that we were, has it been 2.5 weeks where we raised almost £120,000, and we were, getting ready to try and remortgage the house and get all these other funds. We weren't giving up. Just said, I accepted an offer of 551 and.
Well, we've just heard that he's accepted an offer apparently.
Yeah, that's a real shame, but hey, it's Friday tomorrow.
So now that he's accepted the offer, we have to decide: do we just tell everyone and switch off the crowdfunder?
How do you?
Oh yeah, that goes.
Just really
Just click. Yeah, okay.
Just my tummy just sunk to the bottom because I really do feel very sad. We knew the risks, which we did, but it's like no concession. So then we emailed the newsletter mailing list telling them that, because we have to, because these are members of a co-op now who have invested. And then I really lost it this morning, just wanting to try and salvage some of this time to have some family time. That didn't work. And then I've just heard that I haven't got Arts Council, but at the same time the solar is going up, so I'm going up and down the street with trolley loads of sunflowers.
Most of the house's energy was all running off the solar panels.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was like, okay, this is more than I expected.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm going to have a powerhouse. It's amazing. I'm over the moon. I'm not sure. I'll look forward to this winter now. I can have proper heat. I won't be worried.
Yeah.
Been a fantastic week.
Has
The
it?
lads
Yeah,
have done really, really well. Lads and lasses. We've got lads and lasses.
Yeah.
Done absolutely fantastic. 10 installations complete, one half complete. So it's been really, really good.
And how many more to do next week?
Next week, there's 2 more that have signed up and 1 to finish.
Okay, so we've got 13 total.
So it'll be
for now,
13 total. Yeah.
That's really good.
What I have learned is, as a group, when we come together, anything's possible, because we thought this was going to take us a good couple of weeks.
Really?
So we've done really well with the installation, really well.
How do you feel like end of the first week?
Wow, well, exhausted and hungry, but happy. Yeah, look, all those panels are actually right now generating electricity, and they've been so great. Everyone's commented on how, like, you know, it's been a really good experience. There's a lot of pink octopuses around. Yeah, I'm going to faint, I think. It's incredibly
hot.
hot.
Let's go and get some food. Let's go and get some hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of these short documentary updates, we have a tradition of doing a call out for people who've become a member since the last one. And it's taken months between updates because we've just been so busy doing the project. So we're quite back, you know, like out of date with a lot of new members. So I've got about 100 names to read out of people who have become members since the last film that we probably put out. And there's hundreds of members who have been diligently supporting us for going into year 3 on the power station project. So, you know, thank you to everyone. Names should be going across the screen as I'm talking. Thank you to all of the names that are appearing on the screen. Thank you also to the people who gave to our crowdfunders who maybe are not paid members. We hugely appreciate it. Everyone who joins in, engages, takes part, we appreciate every single one of you. But now we're going to read out, or I'm going to read out the names of the 90 or so people who've become members recently. And I'm going to start with the A's in my little office. So we've got Aleth Abadi, Amanda Farthing, Amanda Faulkner, Amanda Page, Amanda Pert, Amy Stellman, Andrea Ryan, Andrew Bennett, Andy Fennell, Angela Wills, Anne Swift, Aaron Ock. And that brings me to the end of the A's. Okay, so the B's, Barbara Braham. And that's it for B's. So if you happen to have a first name beginning with B, don't be shy, you can become a member too. So now the C's. We start with C. Ward, Carmen Lean, Caroline Samuels, Caroline Irvin, Catherine Heimson, Charles Leonard, Charlie Grafton, Chloe Juliet, Chris Smallwood, Christina O'Neill, Claire Lord, Karina Mulholland. Daniel Baker, Dennis Harvey, Diana Beale, Ella Riley, Ellie Fuller, Enora Robin. Actually, of course, before I go away, I should turn it back off again. Felicity Jones and Fiona Cunningham Reid. G. Johnson, Guy Delap, Gary Simpson. Hazel McCutcheon, Heather Mann. Heather Phillip, Helen Terrett, Hilary Hardy. Iris Coppard and Isabel Robick. Jacqueline Walkden, Jane Trethaway, Jennifer Haynes, Jeremy Williams, Jill Fordham, Joanna Tooth, Jocelyn Knight, John Carlyle, Jonah Ahl, Joseph Forster, Joy Ainsworth, Julie Weeks, Kevin Elliott, Khadija Carberry, Kirsten Gibbs, Christina Friedberg, Lee Drake, Lona Jones, and M. Miranda Moore, Neil Burston under the N. Paul Hennigan, Paul Trees, R. Fear, Rashpal Dawal, Rob Johnson, Ron Howell, Rose Bugler, Rosie Tate, Roland Thomas, Ruth Holmes, Sally Martin, Sally Meadows, Sandra von Hasselberg, Sarah Ball, Sarah Bourne, Sophie Hanley, Stella Chadwick, Stephanie Carpatus, Stephen Granville, Stephen King, Steve Lewis, Steve Welburn. Tim Hewitt, Timothy Kramer, Tracy McLaughlin, Tricia Rawlingston Plant, Uta Kramer and John Sexton, V. Farquhar, Victoria Briggs, and Vicky Ryan. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone who's joined. Thanks to all the supporters, whether you've backed our crowdfunders or even if it's just moral goodwill that you're sending. Not just that that's a small thing; it's a big thing. You know, we really appreciate it, and we've managed to get across the line and at least get the first solar panels installed. Hopefully, over the next month or two, we'll start seeing some of the schools getting installed as well, and we'll look to do a second wave on the street. We couldn't do it without our community. So thank you so much for joining us on this journey, and don't worry, I will pick up those papers that I threw down there a minute ago.